Guys, it's Stephanie again, and it is Friday. And I decided every Friday it's gonna be a fun Friday because I talk enough about the heavy, hard stuff during the week, and I just thought, why don't I dedicate the Fridays to good memories? Somewhat HD related, but I realized I haven't told you guys that I'm a runner. And this, when I first moved to Rochester, there was my first 10K race was called the Race with Grace, and I do it every year on Thanksgiving. And that first year, it was for Huntington's disease, so I thought that was really cool. There's a couple other runs here during the summer. Bill Lawler is another one. Bill actually runs the races, which is really cool, and he has his aid dog with him. So it's just, I love running, and it was really cool when I had the opportunity to run in the New York City Marathon. And thankfully, normally in a marathon like that, you would have to get in the lottery and have qualifying times and all of that. But I discovered if you're running for a charity, then you don't have to have any qualifying time. You just have to raise a certain amount of money. So $3,000 is what I had to raise. Thankfully, I had some money come in at that time, and so I didn't get a whole lot through fundraising, and it was kind of sad. A couple of other people had to drop out of the race before race day because they had a hard time raising money. So I got 3,000 and was able to go and be in the marathon. And it was my first marathon too, and I didn't have any kinds of, in my head, what I wanted to do was 4 hours, but it ended up 65-mile-an-hour winds across the Brooklyn Bridge. And this was also my first time to New York City, and oh my gosh, that wind, like, people were like, every step we were taking, the wind would gush across the bridge, and you could feel your body moving with each step to one side of the bridge. People were wearing plastic bags. I'd never seen that before, but I guess it's for thermal, to keep their core warm, but the plastic bags were all ripping off of people's bodies and going across the ocean. People's hats, gloves, everything was blowing off, and I was laughing because it was just so ridiculous, but it really makes for a good story. But because of the wind, also, just there were a lot of hills, and so it ended up taking me about 5 hours and 20 minutes, I think, which I was proud of. My goal was just to not to have to walk, and I was able to continue and finish. And my family was there, my mom and dad and a good friend of mine. And the whole race, we had talked about, where they might try to be so that I could see them, and didn't see them, and I was really disappointed because I was like, I just want to see them, sometime, but with the huge crowd, it was like, seemed impossible. And then the last mile, I'm running through Central Park, and I see my mom, and she's, waving, she's videotaping. So it was like, yes, finally getting to see them, and that really, gave me good energy for the last mile and finished strong. And then a kind of a God thing in that, because there was so many people, and we didn't talk about how to find them after I was done running. And as soon as I stopped, like, my energy crashed, my sugar crashed, and I couldn't find them, and I was just getting really overwhelmed. And so I'm on the phone with my mom, and the battery is about to die because I have had mapped my run on, but then my mom and my sister, the friend that came with us, came walking through the bandstands, and somebody had given them 2 backstage passes, and so they ended up walking right in front of me, and we found each other. So that was good because I was crashing at that time. Anybody who does any distance running, at the end, your brain doesn't work. And so that was the marathon experience, and I got to be on Live with Kelly and Michael the next day, which, those of you who don't know, it used to be Regis and Kelly. Wait, Regis, yes, whatever it was before, but now it's Kelly and Michael, and I have wanted to be on that show forever. So it's just like icing on the cake, getting to be in New York City and getting to run the marathon and then see my favorite show. So it was just a cool experience. So if there's any runners out there, it was just a really cool experience. So also on Fridays, John Prine is my favorite musician. My family has been listening to John Prine since I was young, and my dad, who passed away from the Huntingtons, this was also one of his favorite people to listen to, and for a while we were sending tapes back and forth, and he was, showing me different John Prine that I didn't even know, was around, so it's very dear to my heart, and on Fridays I'm going to do one of my favorite songs each week, to, so you guys know who John Prine is. And so this was my fun Friday, and I will be sharing funny stuff on this day, but here's John Prine's song.
Woke up this morning, put on my slippers, walked in the kitchen and died.
Sing along, folks. I know you know this song. If not, you need to.
When I got there, they did say, "John, it happened this way. You slipped upon the floor and hit your head."
I know you gotta dance along, people. I know you want to bob your head. It's okay. I give you permission.
Last words that you said. Please don't bury me down in the cold, cold ground. No, I'd rather have them cut me up and pass me all around. Throw my brain in a hurricane, the blind can have my eyes, and the deaf can take both of my ears, and they don't mind the size. Stomach to Milwaukee if they run out of beer. Put my socks in a cedar box just to get them out of here. A Venus de Milo can have my arms, look out, I got your nose. Sell my heart to the junk man and give my love to Rose. But please don't bury me down in the cold, cold ground. I'd rather have them cut me up, pass me all around. Throw my brain in a hurricane, the blind can have my eyes, and the deaf can take both of my ears, if they don't mind the size. Oh, man. I give my feet to the footloose, careless hands are free, and give my knees to the needy. Don't pull that stuff on me. Hand me down my walking cane. It's a sin to tell a lie. Send my mouth way down south and kiss my ass goodbye. But please don't bury me down in the cold.
Alright, you guys, you just have to know, when we were kids singing this song, we said kiss my butt goodbye, and we just realized in our adulthood that he actually says ASS. So I apologize, and if anybody is tortured by John Prine, too bad. He is going to be played every Friday. But I hope everyone's doing well, and I plan to talk more tomorrow. Have a good weekend until we talk again.